Ready, set, go.
Hello, and welcome to a somewhat different kind of album reaction from the ones that I usually do. If you are watching this, it is either because you just watch whatever video or maybe whatever album reaction I release because you enjoy my content, which honestly, very touching. Glad you're here. Maybe you're here because you're a fan of the band / album that I'm going to be listening to today. In either case, you need to know this one's just for me. This one's going to be different, and that's because this one's for me, okay? Today, as shown in the title of the video, we are listening to the newest album from the comedy rock group Ninja Sex Party, and their newest album, These Nuts. And it's at this time that I think I need to reveal something about myself that might change how you perceive me, possibly for the worse. And that is that I have done quite a bit of comedy work in my life. Particularly, I've done a lot of improv. I am the kind of person that enjoys doing improv, and I am very enthusiastic about doing that. If that turns you off from my channel entirely, go with God. I understand. You are entirely valid in that decision. But that is all to say that I have, comedy is a part of my life, and I have spent a lot of time outside of this channel, and within this channel, I would also say, doing a lot of comedy and sort of just understanding how comedy works, and sometimes how it doesn't. And that's kind of how I'm going to be approaching this album reaction. Obviously, I'm going to be reacting to the musical element because while NSP are in fact a comedy band, they themselves, like Danny and Brian, are in themselves very talented musicians, and their backing band, Tupperware Remix Party, are ridiculously talented. Hilariously talented, if you might say. Very, very good musicians making these very silly songs. Alright, so I'm gonna be reacting to the musical choices, but when it comes to the lyrics, this isn't Unreal on Earth. I'm not gonna be decoding the deep literary references and digging up the deeper meaning behind these lyrics. They're silly songs. Maybe they make references in here that I'm gonna get, and I'll probably point those out. But I'm not gonna be doing a deep dive into the lyrics if I don't need to. All right, so just set that expectation. If there's something about the way the comedy works in the song that I want to point out, then I'll get into that. But mostly, I just want to react to this album because I was excited for it to come out, and I think this will be a very different and entertaining kind of album for me to react to. So with all that said, we're gonna get started here. There's technically 15 tracks. 2 of them are the intro and outro. Intro in brackets these, and outro in brackets nuts. So we've got technically 13 songs to listen to. So I'm going to listen to the intro and then go straight into the first actual track. This whole album is going to take about 36 minutes. So we'll be in and out in a hurry. Not in a hurry, but we'll be in and out pretty soon, which will be good. So we're going to listen to intro, these, and then head straight into track number 2, which is titled Get Ready, in brackets, to get ready. I'm very excited. Let's get started.
Hello.
Okay.
And
Hello.
welcome to Ninja Sex Party's 11th album.
Thank you. 11th. Yeah.
Before we proceed further with this audio recording,
that saxophone.
please
Okay.
fill out the following questionnaire so
Questionnaire.
that we may provide an enhanced listening experience for you and your loved ones.
Okay.
Question 1.
Uh-huh.
Do you like these nuts?
No.
This concludes the
Not at the moment.
questionnaire.
Okay. Well,
Please enjoy the album.
thank you. I will. Curious as to what that data is going to be used for. Ooh. With the saxophone. Okay. I'm getting ready to get ready. Oh, there's the synths. Okay. I think I'm... Ooh. Ooh, that's some exciting guitar right there.
Lights go down, the crowd starts to scream.
Uh-huh.
Feel it in the air,
Okay.
electric energy.
Electric energy, right.
Revving up our engines,
We're building.
flames about to burn.
It sure is.
Just got a couple of emails
Okay.
that I need to knock out.
Dude.
Go backstage,
Oh.
let's start the show. Just gotta
Oh.
do good things, then we're ready to go. So get ready.
Oh, that hits.
Ready.
Okay.
Get ready. 'Cause we're
Nice.
almost about to rock.
That's so good.
Make you scream eventually. Just wait and see. Now get ready to be ready to get ready.
There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. Guitar solo.
Be on stage in a second.
All right. They'll be on stage in a second. So this is what I'm talking about. First off, fantastic choice for a first track on the album. I don't know if they wrote this song with the intention of it being the first track on the album, or if they just wrote the song and were like, yeah, you know what? We should put this right at the top. Because that kind of contributes to the humor of the joke, which is that it's this very exciting, building rock song about getting ready, not to rock. We're not getting ready to rock, but we're getting ready to prepare to rock. We're preparing the preparation to rock. Okay? Don't get it confused. We're not rocking quite yet, but we're getting ready for it. Not getting ready to rock. I should clarify. We're getting ready to rock.
Gotta make the set list, wash the guitars.
Wash the guitars.
Bathe the entire crew.
Bathing is important.
Play with all my Legos, then we'll eat
Oh.
some snacks. Drop
Okay.
Ninja Brian off of his Brazilian wax.
Everyone's got their
Drink some
rituals.
gas so we can play real
Drink some
fast.
gas.
Then you better hold on to
Drink some-
your ass. We're gonna
Oh.
push this show just a few more steps.
I love this.
Nothing says rock like meticulous prep. So get ready to be ready to get ready to be ready to get
Nice shots.
ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, are
There's
you ready
Brian.
to get fucking destroyed?
Yes.
We are nearly prepared to begin preparations for our final sound check of the evening. So please file out of the auditorium while we reset the stage.
All right, fair enough. Okay. Thank you.
About to rock.
Nice.
Please hang tight while I find my socks.
You don't have your socks?
Like an aftershock. Just
Okay.
gotta call my broker and sell some stocks. So get
All right.
ready
That was a rhyme.
to get
Ooh.
ready, 'cause we're all
That's halftime.
about to rock. We're gonna
Nice.
dance your face in time and space at an appropriate pace. Get
Right.
ready to be ready to get ready. Now get ready to be ready to get ready.
Okay.
Now be ready.
one
to
more.
Be ready to get ready.
There we go. Are we ready now? Are we all prepared? Okay. If you're not prepared, you need to get prepared to be prepared. Was kind of the joke here. Oh man, this is going to be so much fun to listen through. Okay. So, once again, I'm not going to get into most of the lyrics on this. But I do want to take this first song to kind of take a moment to understand the general structure of a Ninja Sex Party song. Because I'm not going to say that they have a template, but they definitely do have a tried and true method of pacing out their songs in a way to keep the joke going. There is a game in improv. Here we go. Me using my improv experience to talk about this album. If you don't like hearing about it right now, hoo boy, you're not going to enjoy the rest of this video. There's a game that I have played in improv called More Outrageous, where you basically do a short scene, end it, and then everyone yells, "More outrageous," and then you do the scene again, but you do it slightly sillier. Certain elements of the scene are a little bit more absurd. And then you do the scene, end it, and then you do it one more time as ridiculously as possible for that third time. And then you end the scene, and that's the whole game. And that's kind of that's kind of how Ninja Sex Party writes their music. They sort of give you a taste. They drop like maybe one line that clues you into what the joke of the song is about in the first verse. A lot of the time, they maybe establish the musical vibe first. They get you into the like musical energy first, and then they drop the joke. And then they kind of work the two in tandem for the rest of the song, building on the silliness of the joke. Right? With me so far? Great. So, I'm gonna look into the lyrics here just to explain this. So, verse 1. The lights go down, the crowd starts to scream, you can feel it in the air, electric energy. We're revving up our engines, dam's about to burst. Then, so we've used this first like verse and a half to build up the setting, the atmosphere. It's a concert environment. Everyone's waiting for the band to start playing. Everyone's excited. It's anticipation, you know? It's very epic. Everyone's waiting for this crazy, awesome rock show. Then you drop the line, I've just got a couple of emails that I need to knock out first. And that's kind of where the humor comes in, is you get that like sudden whiplash of emails. That's not very rock and roll at all. Rock and roll stars don't knock out emails. They simply don't do that. And so that's kind of one of the types of songs that NSP is known to make, where they set this very, very badass, or maybe basically they're either badass or sexy vibes, and then they bring in new information to counteract that vibe. And the humor is based off of the interplay of those two elements. Make sense? Cool. That's all I'm gonna say for that. Like I said, we're gonna keep moving through without looking too much into the lyrics here. We're gonna keep moving to track number 3, which is a song that I have heard before. There are 2 songs on this album that I have heard, and the next one is one of those 2, which is I Own a Car. I personally do not own a car. I am trying to get through as much of my life in Vancouver without a car as humanly possible. I'm quite proud of how far I've made it at this time. But let's hear about what it's like to own a car. That sounds like a car. Ooh, I like the... Oh! Okay, we're funky today. Oh!
Sorry to interrupt your beach party, everyone.
That's
Just
okay.
thought I'd stop by with my car.
4 wheels, 1 key,
Nice. Uh-huh. Right. That is a car. Yeah. It doesn't do that. AM radio doesn't do that. Mm-hmm. That's not... Alright. Okay. I literally... The line, the cup holder holds anything as long as it's a cup. I think we need to sit and appreciate the truth of that line, because there are so many cups in this world that are maybe not technically cups, that simply do not fit in cup holders. Yesterday, I was riding shotgun with a friend on the way to a show, and she had made some tea for me and then put it into one of those like sort of short, rounded travel mugs, but it wasn't a mug. Like, it didn't have the handle on it, so it was just like a nice, I guess you could call it a cup, but I would still call it a travel mug. That shit did not fit in the frickin' cup holder. Her travel mug fit in the cup holder. She had a whole ass like thermos thing that very much fit in her cup holder. Mine did not. I'm not gonna hold that against her. I'm holding it up against the car and frickin' Toyota for not getting with the program and of the diversity of cups. All right? Cups come in all shapes and sizes nowadays. It's 2024. We need to get some wider cup representation going on in here. That's not even a joke. I am genuinely serious. We need to make cup holders a little bit more versatile. I know that there are the Volkswagen Jetta. There are certain models of the Volkswagen Jetta that had these cup holders that actually would fold in on themselves, and so the way that you would bring them out is you would pop this little shelf right above the entertainment console. You would pop and push this little button, and they would pop out and they would open up, and then there was this little sort of arm that would come around whatever cup you have, so you could bend it outward and then put your cup in, and then the arm would, spring back around. That's what I'm talking about. That's some good cup holder design right there. Okay? Obviously, even that design wasn't perfect. Like, if you've got a really, really big cup, then you might end up just being shit out of luck. But those were some good cup holders. Not a perfect design, but Volkswagen was really, really onto something with those cup holders. Anyway, let's keep listening to this song, and I'll stop ranting about cup holders.
Look out, it's beige, the coolest kind of brownie.
It's not.
Thank God that you're sitting down. Check out these windows, they're totally clear. So
That is how windows are. Oh, that is how moving works. No. That's not what a car does. You do need a license. Danny? Does Danny not have a driver's license? That lyric implies that Lee Daniel Avidan may not have a legal driver's license, which is concerning. Danny, I really hope you have a driver's license, just for your own safety. Okay?
I own a car, you turkeys.
Turkeys?
The engine is a mystery and no one knows how it works. I own a
What?
car.
Actually, some engineers do know how engines work. Okay. All right. Ooh, that's some bendy synths right there. Oh, I love it when they use the little twiddly thing on the keyboard.
Guess what I own, boys?
It's
Is it a phone? No.
okay. I wasn't. Is it a car?
Yes, actually.
Nice.
Much faster than I thought the boys would guess.
The boys are smart. The boys are clever, and they're back in town. Amazing. Oh. Well, I hope he's okay. All right. Well, I guess he owns a car. This is one of the other kinds of NSP songs, where they just immediately start out with the most just vanilla, bland statement and try to glamorize it as much as can be to the point of absurdity. For example, owning a car. Really not all that special. But when you have to write a whole goddamn song about it, you gotta dress it up somehow. And here we are. They've done it. I do particularly like "Look Out, It's Beige, the coolest kind of brown a human can handle." Is wow. They just sort of drop that and keep moving, which is really what I appreciate about some of these songs, especially since both comedy and music are very timing based, timing dependent. So there's a lot of tandemizing both, comedic timing and musical composition that you can work within. Okay, we're gonna keep moving. I am now realizing, looking at the next track, that there are in fact 3 tracks on this album that I have heard, including "I Own a Car," and the next one, which is titled "Let's Save the Earth." I'm all for it. Let's freaking do it. Actually, hang on, because here's the thing. Despite the fact that this is a silly album, it's a very silly album, it's a comedy album, you don't need to do a whole lot of this song was inspired by this part of my life and I wanted to express this piece of the human experience. I was assuming that because there's not going to be a whole lot of that there wasn't going to be any sort of annotations or about section. Someone wrote an about section for this song in case it was not clear what it's about. And so I want to appreciate this little blurb. So if you were not entirely sure what the song is about, allow this contributor to expound. They said, Danny and Ninja Brian. If you weren't aware, Brian is a ninja, as shown in the album cover. Danny and Ninja Brian pull up to a beach party in Danny's new car, which he follows up with by gloating, hence the name of the song, and extensively describing many of its features. While Danny thinks the features he's showing off are impressive, in reality, all of the ones he lists off are found in almost every car that exists, like seats, headlights, and an engine. Still, he owns a car. Good for him. I'm not going to read most of these because it feels very much like I already feel like I'm taking the time to explain the joke, which goes against some of my instincts to do. But I wanted to acknowledge this particular about section because I'm glad that someone put in the work to write it. Let's save the Earth. Starting quiet. As when... Ah! Okay. Okay. Beautiful. True. Okay. Very optimistic of you, Danny. True. I don't know about tonight. I'm busy tonight, but we can definitely do it.
Grass will grow anew. The oceans will gleam their crystal blue. And when
It'll be great.
it's done, there's only one question I have for you.
Right. Yeah.
Is your mom single?
What?
Is
No.
your mom free tonight?
I don't think so.
Shining
They are, okay.
as bright as mine and your mom's souls unite.
Right.
Let's save the earth. Let's save the earth. Let's save the earth.
Now we're back on track here.
It's up to a generation. People from every nation get mad.
Oh, I'm mad at Danny for hitting on my mom.
Recycle like your mom could cycle in a new dad.
What's wrong with my current dad? I like my
We're
dad.
emitting more and more greenhouse gases
Excuse
into
me?
the atmosphere.
Danny.
Polar ice caps are melting. Global temperatures are rising at an alarming rate. We need to reduce, reuse, recycle every day.
True. Yeah.
Do you think you could eventually learn to love me as a father instead of just as
No.
your karate instructor?
Is your mom single? Is your mom single?
Also, I love the fact that, like, musically, this is very much just written like one of those, like, sort of charity soft rock songs that, you know, you get musicians to write. It's very much in that sort of world of, like, hey, we're gonna friggin' build some wells in Africa if we just get enough people to listen to this song kind of vibe. It's got that kind of musical choice that they're doing to save the earth and also get Danny with my mom. I don't think my mom's going to be interested. But, you know, I guess you shoot your shot.
Planet's struggling.
Yeah.
Life is nothing your mama can
Danny, I feel like we've got bigger fish to fry. And by that I mean the fish frying right now.
horse and carriage. She'd be down with an open mind.
No, she would not. She's not that kind of person. No.
The planet clean. Make my bars less blue and the trees more green.
All right. Okay. It kind of goes. Like this is the infuriating thing about this music, is that, like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. This song in particular is just so stupid, is really the only word that perfectly encapsulates the energy of it. But it's still kind of a bop, you know? This last bit, like, kind of goes, you know? I can't not, like, bop along to it. There's nothing to be done about it. I'm mad about that. Almost as mad about the fact that that Danny wants to be in an open marriage. Danny wants my mom to be in an open marriage so that Danny can get with my mom without violating the sanctity of my mom and my dad's marriage. Which honestly, I don't really want to get in the middle of that. Like, why is he triangulating me into this? This is a conversation to be had between Danny Sexbang and my mom, and maybe also my dad should be in the room when this happens.
Hey, Timmy. Karate practice is over. Let's
Okay.
go home.
It's good to know that he's not actually referring to my mom. It's Timmy's mom.
and also believe that we should save the planet? Okay, bye.
That went well.
Yeah, I think you made a good impression there, Danny. Well done. Great. Well, that was Let's Save the Earth. dude wants to save the world environmentally, wants to fight climate change, but also in the meantime may or may not want to date either my or your or Timmy's mom, because he's, you know, you gotta diversify like that. Let's keep going. To track number 5, Dance Till You Stop, featuring Tom Cardy, who is also another comedy musician that I'm a big fan of. Found him through TikTok. Definitely recommend checking out his stuff. Very big fan of his the Have You Checked Your Asshole song, as well as Businessman are definitely my 2 recommendations to get into his stuff. But for now, we dance until we stop. Is usually that's generally how that works. Ooh, we got the slap bass. The bass is slapping today. Oh. Some nice punchy synths there.
All my friends are going out
Okay.
to a house in town.
Right.
Let's party now.
All right. Setting a party mood.
We're gonna join the crowd and make the DJ proud. Let's turn it out.
Right. Yeah.
We enter the house, there's a vibe in the air. Lots of fun, talking laughter, people smiling everywhere. It's been a long
Speaking in my ear here.
This party has alcohol of every kind. There's people in the pool, beers on ice. The music is grooving and they're dimming the lights. Everybody starts dancing and I roll up my sleeves.
I want to leave.
So dance till you stop. Do you wanna go home? This party is
Hang on. Okay. I had, like, a lot of the time with these songs, sometimes you can get a sense of what the punchline is going to be just going in, you know? Get ready to get ready. That's exactly what the song's about. That's what the joke is. You're getting ready to get ready. I own a car. Exactly what it says on the tin. It's a whole song about how cool it is that you have a car. Let's Save the Earth saves the punchline for when you actually start listening to the song. But this one, I felt like I had an idea of, like, you dance until you stop. Like, it's not like we're dancing all night. We're going to dance forever, as many, like, generic pop songs tend to claim. We're being honest about it. We're going to dance until we no longer wish to dance, which might be sooner than later. But we've introduced this new energy of not only will we dance till we stop, we want to stop pretty soon. There's that, like, immediate anxiety of being at a party, which I cannot stress how much I relate to that. Being in the Vancouver music scene with Rougarou has allowed me access, or has basically given me the opportunities to go to these, like, actual house parties that have been going on around me since I was in high school. I'm assuming I never got invited until I am now in part of a group that is now considered, you know, part of the cool kids that get invited to parties now. And so I go to these parties, and first off, I am usually I'm now, like, one of the older people to be found at these parties, which is saying something because I don't think I'm actually all that old. But you just get there and you sit down and you have a drink for maybe 15 minutes to half an hour, and then I'm ready to go. I think I've seen enough. Maybe have a nice conversation with a friendly stranger, and then once that kind of dies off, then I should probably just hit the road. So I'm glad that there's a piece of that in this song at the moment.
Scream, but not nearly as green as me. The low, low, low. Saturday
So
night.
true.
I just wanna have
Oh, amazing. Oh,
Forgot to mention
Okay.
hate parties every time. I give them a try.
okay. I understand that. I'm not necessarily that far on the side of like being an introvert. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy interacting with people. I just have a hard time approaching other people that I don't already know. That's the exhausting part for me. So I enjoy going to parties, but I only enjoy it for a very limited time. So, just something to know about me.
Interacting with a stranger makes me want to run and hide.
Fair enough.
And also die.
Oh,
I had 2 sips of beer and a couple
Right.
of snacks.
Uh-huh.
Stood against the wall and had a panic attack.
Okay.
A guy comes up and
Yeah.
wants me to vape.
Right.
This is my hell and I cannot escape. He talks about girls and his trip to France. It feels like my body's being eaten by ants.
That
I
might
go to
be an
spend
allergic
months with the cable
reaction.
company.
I'm sorry, I gotta
Oh.
take this. It's a one-time offer, and they give me 10% off a dish if I order at the same time as the cable, and if I connect it to my
Till
Wi-Fi.
you stop. Till you wanna go home. This party is great, but it's sick of the
Amazing.
rain, and I just gotta go, go, go. It's a beautiful people singing. We're all having fun.
there he is.
People singing. We won't stop until we see the sun.
Nice.
Everybody's singing, but I see one singing a different
Oh.
song. One place stop. I really wanna
there he
go
is.
home. And all these beautiful people are making me feel like a fugly little gnome.
I feel the same
Aw.
way. Really? Yeah, I hate parties.
I hate them too.
I am not the goddamn DJ, Michelle. I told you. I got my face stuck in this big bear head, and you and your
What?
friends just started dancing around me.
Oh my god, I hate it when that happens.
It happens to me almost every day. Dude, do you want to hang out?
We could, or we could
Stand at opposite ends of this party, stare at our phones for half an hour, and then never talk to each other again.
Having a moment.
Till you stop.
Oh my god, another
Amazing.
I'm freaking out.
Oh no.
This door doesn't open.
What? Oh no.
No, he's alright. He's alright.
Okay.
If I don't get any more attention, I'll set myself on fire!
Okay. There was a little snippet at the end there where Daddy said, "Oh, thank God, a cat," which so true. A cat and really any animal to be found is a true lifeline at a party. And so to say, "Oh, thank God, a cat, the cat's dead," is comedy gold. Comedy gold. And then he said, "No, he's all right, which is, you know, you don't want to have a dead cat in your song, which is fair. Also, if I don't get any more attention, I'll set myself on fire. Also a mood. Also very much a relatable mood, I will say. At some point, someone said, "Is that Doctor Who?" And I don't know what that might have been referring to. But it's great to hear Tom Cardy. I like that they had that. That was a really fun way of like elevating the joke, is by having a second person that also hates these parties. They throw in some strange details. For example, it seems Tom Cardy has his face stuck in a big bear head. Like, I don't... What is this? Is this Midsummer? Is that what's going on here? Is this a Midsummer situation? I really hope not. That's got some disturbing implications all around. But he's the guy that said he's got his head stuck in a bear. Or a big bear head stuck on his face. Something like that. So, I hope Tom's doing well. That was a great song. Freaking bop. Big fan. Big fan. Alright. Let's keep going. Track number 6. This one is 36 seconds long. There's a couple of these I'm realizing that are also relatively short. Just little tableaus, little sort of scenarios that they decided to sneak into the album. So we're gonna go from My Pet Python straight into the following track titled Death Metal. Curious as to what the joke for death metal will be. But for now, my pet python. Oh. Okay.
Bought a pet python, he's big
Okay.
and he's huge, and he's my
Great.
very best friend in the world.
Great.
I leave his cage open because we use the honor system, and I know he'll never get out. Oh my god.
Cool. A tragedy in 3 acts. Truly. Act 1. I'm going to go through all of the lyrics for this song. We're doing a deep dive in this one. We're getting into it. We're unlocking the layers for My Pet Python. Act 1. I bought a pet python. He's big and he's huge. Both at the same time. And he's my very best friend in the world. We have an emotional core. There's a relationship that's been established. There's a pet python. There's Danny, the pet python. Massive. Also, inseparable bond. Brothers. Kin. Danny and this python. So much so that Danny, in the second act, reveals he has left the cage open. This is the inciting incident. This is where the plot builds from here. Why does he leave the cage open? This seems unwise. It's because they use the honor system. He trusts this pet python. They have an understanding. And we, collectively, he, we, and the python know that the pet python is not going to betray this system, not going to betray this pact, this testament to their friendship. And then the third act is unfortunately the turn where we hear the death and destruction and truly the betrayal of this pet python. Not just to Danny, but to all of us, to society. This pet python had these expectations, standards thrust upon him, and perhaps he had no say in whether he would uphold these expectations. Perhaps he never wished for this burden of the honor system to be thrust upon him. And so he does as he wishes. He follows his own volition, his own instincts. And the result is devastation. Amazing. Death metal.
We were writing this album. The manager called and said we need a hit. He said your music's not current enough for the kids. So write a death metal song. We said,
Okay.
heck yeah, you got it. So I got out my beach ball.
I don't know why I expected actual death metal.
My Hawaiian shirt with little coconuts on the sleeves. Wrote this brutal jam while the tall palm
This is a brutal
trees
jam.
began to
Getting
swing
destroyed right
gently
now.
in the island breeze. Death metal, the metal of death. Better drink that margarita before your last breath. A taste of Satan from our rock armada. An umbrella of evil in your pina colada.
Now, at this time, now that we've established the setup and turn, the question is, will they deliver later on? If they're going to deliver on the death metal, at this point, it's going to be right at the end. Maybe for the bridge. We don't know what we're doing with the bridge yet. But we probably have a pretty good sense that we're not going to be hearing actual death metal music for most of the song. That's just the bit that they're following. So the question is, will there be any death metal in this song? Will they just sort of give us what we want, what we've been waiting for this whole time right near the end? Or are they going to stick to their guns and entirely misunderstand what their fans were asking for with a death metal song? Let's find out.
As your rotting mortal soul decays, lay back in the sand and drift slowly away, and renounce your god's existence at the seafood buffet. Hey, our manager called us back and said,
"Hey guys, it's your manager Brent.
Oh.
This definitely isn't death metal. It sounds
Yeah.
like Jimmy Buffett."
It does. Yeah.
laughed at the
Okay.
way he's always
And we're
joking
back.
around. And
Yeah.
then we tuned our ukuleles to get that dark sound. Death metal choke on our scum. Thanks for joining us today for all our tropical fun.
Of course.
I have to say this vile concert went well.
I'd say so.
Suck this music tribute to our dark road in hell.
Okay. Oh, there it is. There we go.
What the heck was that?
There's our answer. Nice. That was what? 3 seconds of death metal? 5 seconds? It was enough. That's all I needed. That was all I needed from this song. That was all the death metal that I needed. And some might even say it was already too much. So, nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, interesting. So, there's another about section here where they talk about how the premise for this song similar to that of their song Cookies, in that it involves Danny and Brian attempting to produce a traditional death metal song and instead creating a song that's atypical of the genre. So perhaps in the case of Cookies, that might have been more like actual hard rock, right? But maybe they were singing about more wholesome stuff. I haven't listened to the song myself. Jeez.
Hello.
No, that's not what I wanted. Shush. I lost my train of thought. Cookies. Probably an inverse of this, is my point. We're going to keep going to track number 8, Sports Anthem. I love me a good sports anthem. I love a good sports. Is this gonna be the thing where the joke is sports ball? Where we're just singing vaguely about a sport and we're trying to be as vague about which sport it might be, so that we don't let on the fact that we don't know much about sports. I feel like that might be the bit here. Let's find out. Ah yes, the percussive swung triplets.
And it looks like it's going to all fall on the shoulders of this one man.
Who brought in Imagine Dragons? Ooh. It does. Oh, yeah, it kind of goes. Right. Nice. Yeah. That's not the premise that I was expecting. Instead of them going the easy route of we're going to be vague about sports, which they are kind of doing, like this could be for any sport event. But instead they're going the, again, more honest to the point of absurdity or to the point of irony. They're saying the quiet part out loud, as they might say in this song. A lot of those sports anthems are like, take on your enemies, focus, go get 'em, tiger kind of energy. And this one is just like, yeah, don't fuck it up. All right. Just like, you're gonna be screwed if you mess this up. So don't, right? And I appreciate that that's actually the direction that they've gone with here. All right. I love a spoken interlude.
Okay, here it is. My big
Here it
moment.
is.
Everyone's
You got
counting
this.
on me.
Mhm.
Focus.
Mhm.
This is for you, Dad.
Uh-huh.
I love you.
I
Here
love
we
you
go.
too. I'm his dad.
Whoops.
Well. Nice. All right. Same, man.
Nice.
Wow. It's nice to have like a full climactic arc there. We had some exposition. We're playing sports. It's the championship game. Seconds on the clock. These are all, we're setting the stakes. Training your whole life. The main premise, don't fuck it up. And then you had the climax, which was the spoken interlude. Doesn't go well. You fucked it up. Who knows where we're going from there? That's the denouement, I suppose. I suppose we're missing the denouement. Here is the fallout of having fucked it up. But it is a just slightly more than 2-minute song, so I'm not going to expect that from them. Let's keep going. We got track number 9, which is 35 seconds long, titled Seatbelts. What are we doing with these seatbelts? We are, in fact, going to go straight from this into track number 10, which is titled, and I can't believe that these words are coming out of my mouth in this sequence. Nut heat. But first, seatbelts.
And now, a very important PSA from Ninja Sex Party.
Okay.
Seatbelts!
Okay.
Don't use them.
Oh, what?
Seatbelts!
What?
They're for losers.
Okay.
Seatbelts! Such a scam.
Okay.
You don't need a seatbelt because you believe in yourself.
Oh.
Seatbelts!
So 1980s.
Seatbelts!
Fair. That's a good
Don't
point.
drink the Kool-Aid. Seatbelts!
Okay.
Such a turnoff. It's time to stand up to the man. Also, smoking is good.
What was that last thing? What? Nice. Wow. And the stock children cheering. All right. Nut heat. Oh. Oh. A shoot. A bebop? Okay. This was not a choice that I was expecting, but I'm not opposed to it.
She was a West End girl. I was a boy from the city.
Okay. All
Her
right.
was golden curls.
All right.
And boy, was she pretty.
All right.
Guys at the malt shop
Ooh.
said she's out of
They were
my
at the malt
league.
shop.
But they don't know the way she
Ooh.
looks at me. I was just a regular guy, much too
All right.
shy to even say hi. Then she turned to me and cried.
Before we get into what is clearly going to be the punchline, here's what we've done. We've set the tone. It's basically Grease or Hairspray. West End girl. Boy from city. Guys are at the malt shop. These same malt shop guys are stating that said West End girl is out of Danny's league. But Danny's going to shoot his shot. Just a regular dude. He doesn't even know if he's going to say anything because, you get your nerves. It takes a lot of actual guts to like physically approach someone and ask them out. I've been there. Actually, like takes a lot of nerves. And then before he even has any chance to say anything, she turns to him, and I'm going to go back a few seconds so we get a good scope of the choice she's gonna make to start this conversation.
Regular guy, much too shy to even say hi. Then she turned to me and cried.
Ooh, nice.
Give me that nut heat.
What?
Things are moving a little
What is?
fast. Give me that nut heat.
What does that mean, though? I thought they were gonna explain. I thought they were gonna explain what nut heat is. Like, I genuinely was hoping that the term nut heat would have been expounded on. It's not the kind of term that I would otherwise want an explanation of. But, like, I was expecting slightly more revelation on the topic than what we've been given so far. And I don't know if they're gonna give that to me. So, what the hell is nut heat? What is it? Is it just hot? Like, the nether parts are getting warm? Is that all it is? That might be all it is. Ooh.
I guess she likes me. Now it's
Sure.
later. Me and that girl got married.
Whoa, that's
And
fast.
You know there were
Okay.
plenty of suitors.
Sure.
Better luck next time, Gary.
Yeah, get fucked, Gary.
Walk 10 feet, 'cause her unquenchable thirst for my hot nut heat. She's my
What?
perfect girl. Skiddly bop, deep dop doop bop doo.
Nice. Good run.
100,000 years
What?
in the future,
What?
long after the age of humankind has ended, and the age of machines has begun.
What?
The world is controlled by several warring factions of artificial intelligence, all in competition to control the precious few natural resources still present on planet Earth.
Okay.
The seas have been poisoned, the skies darkened, and the quest for precious magnesium has become the dominant pursuit of all known beings on the planet. A rogue battalion of human resistance fighters.
Who
live
is this
underground
voiceover?
amidst the few remaining bioorganisms, and all have but one energy source remaining.
Uh-huh.
Nut heat.
And all
Wow.
the guys at the malt shop.
Wow. That one frickin' took me on a journey. Like frickin' scenes from an Italian restaurant. Get out of the goddamn way. That took me on a trip. Am I gonna find out who did the voiceover for this? Oh my god. Of course it was. That narration was Matt Mercer of Critical Role and other things. Of course it was. I don't know why I expected it to be anyone else. Of course that was Matt Mercer. Amazing. That was not what I expected. They just dropped the concept of nut heat into this charming, silly little Motown little story about a boy and a girl that get married and have a great time. And now all of a sudden, it's 300,000 years in the future, long after the age of mankind has ended and the age of machines has begun. I literally have the lyrics open, which, yes, that does somewhat spoil the joke a little bit. I didn't even see that coming. I wasn't reading that part until we had gotten to that part in the song orally. Okay? I was genuinely not ready for that. A lot of these jokes, I've sort of seen them coming and I just enjoy the execution of it. But that one, I genuinely had no idea where they were going with it. So, bravo. So far, strongest storytelling on the album thus far. Very, very impressed. Let's keep going. Track number 11, Behind the Mask. Starting to feel like perhaps Danny and Brian might get a little vulnerable in this one. Get a little bit more honest, you know? Give us a look beyond the veil, as they say. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We haven't had a ballad this far.
I've known Ninja Brian since we were.
I guess let's say The Earth was a ballad.
I've seen the sensitivity.
They have not known each other since they were babies. Okay.
Behind the mask lies the soul of an artist.
And a theoretical physicist.
Understands what it means to be a friend. Mutual respect has been the backbone of our friendship.
As it has to be.
It
has to be that.
Misunderstood and shy.
What a guy.
But behind the mask is the heart of an angel.
Truly. As one would expect from a ninja.
Inside his mind right
Take a peek.
now.
What do we got? Oh. I love hyperpop.
Behind the mask is the spirit of a songbird.
Exactly. This is what I've been saying. That's exactly what that was. Yeah.
On the mountainside of trust. Behind the mask dwells a poet and a scholar.
So true.
He understands what it means to be my best friend.
Wow. Nice. Oh. Nice. Quick little scream at the end there. Very good. Quick little glitch. Okay, I have a couple of things to say about this. First off, that's just kind of how people work, all right? Actually, no, this was the first thing that I wanted to say, is that I very much appreciate, other than that last glitch sound at the last second, they don't even, like, Danny barely even seems to react to what that is. He just kind of keeps going. He just sort of keeps saying what he's been saying in the whole song. He's playing the bit straight, which takes takes a good understanding of what kind of joke you want to make to stick to that, and I respect that very, very much. The second thing, which I was about to get into, is that's also, like, this song and the thing that it was expressing, that's just kind of how a lot of people work. Some of the nicest people in my life have some of the strangest musical tastes. Myself included. I consider myself a pretty mild-mannered dude for the most part. Like, I don't, like, I'll get loud for a bit, but I tend to be pretty quiet. I'm a pretty boring guy day to day, save for, like, you know, my artsy endeavors. But even in those, I tend to allow the space for bigger personalities. With that said, if you were to sort of put together a soundtrack of all this, a piece of it would probably sound exactly like what we just heard inside the mind of Ninja Brian. I actually literally created a playlist for Rougarou's website titled "What the Hell is the Drummer Listening to?" I'll put the link to it in the description below, so you can get a sense of where my brain is at, represented by music, by the scope of the human experience that is contained within me, music-wise. The third thing that I was going to say is it's nice to see that someone else also enjoys 100 gecs. Let's keep going. To track number 12, titled, and I'm going to make sure that I read this right, Dig Ol Bick. DIGOL''BICK. And I don't know if they're referring to the pen brand. Let's find out, though.
I gotta dig, Ol Bick, gonna
Yeah.
tuck you hard for night.
What? Wait, hang on.
Gonna black my soles around,
Okay.
but a hot delight.
All right. Okay.
Take my heart in a sling, gonna tell
Okay.
it, man, gonna say it in a way only understand. I gotta dig Ol Bick, gonna trash your smoke tonight.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Whether you got that sex appeal,
Okay.
eyes are telling me how you feel. I'd love
Okay.
to give you what you want, but there's so many people at this restaurant.
Excuse
I was
me?
just about to begin
Okay.
when a priest, 3 nuns, and your mom walked in.
What?
So now I'll speak in our secret code that only you and I could possibly know.
Okay.
Gotta dig Ol Bick, gonna tuck you off for night.
All right. Hang on. So here's what's all right. Okay. All right. Here's what's going on here. All right. So, okay. So first off, structurally, we're starting with the joke right away. We're establishing the joke immediately. We're mixing up the letters in the words so that we can be explicit sexually. But now in verse, so that was the chorus. We just come in with the chorus. We got the question, which then was landed on with some more conviction of yes, But then we sort of jump tracks here. We jump tracks. I might get more into this at the end of the song, but there seems to be two jokes happening parallel to each other in this song, and I'm not entirely sure if it lands quite right to have these two bits going on in the same joke, but I'll let you know near the end.
You like my base between your boobs, I'm all
Okay.
nice and clean 'cause I paved my shoes.
Right.
You and I make a sexy team, so break out the berries and the tub of crypt weed.
Oh no, I don't like crypt weem. I don't like saying it. I don't like reading it, and I didn't like hearing it. No more of that.
Yeah, we're gonna Lake Muv tonight.
Lake Muv, that's pretty good.
Fine ass booty, and you know I'm gonna
Okay.
get it. Try, try. Put my back on your side,
Okay.
all on the rise, gonna say it in a way only you recognize. I gotta dig Ol Bick, and I'm gonna have you part tonight.
Nice.
Sitar Golo.
Ah.
Okay, you look confused. Let me walk you through my process. What I do is I switch the
Right.
first letter or two from the words in each
Right.
phrase.
Thank you,
Like if
Danny.
I wanted to say peanut butter, for example,
Uh-huh.
I would say peanut butter.
Wait.
Wait,
No, it would be peanut butter. It would be peanut butter. Yeah. Okay, so I might have a slight qualm. Really more just like a critical note, you might call it. Overall, strong work. They really found their footing by the end there. But that first verse, I feel like belongs in a different song. I understand that the first verse is there to establish the context of why the rest of the song is the way it is, but I would posit you don't need that. Just even if you're gonna explain the joke at the end as your sort of like final beat, I don't think we need to know that that a priest, 3 nuns, and your mom walked in, right? I don't think we needed that. So to have verse 1 be much more like straight-laced, and there was almost a little bit of like sort of lull so random energy to it, which sometimes you can toe the line between like just earnest silliness and low so random energy. It's a tricky line to walk, but I feel like it didn't quite. I don't know if that part was necessarily necessary. Otherwise, the wordplay letter switching bit, you got me sold. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I kind of wish that the sitar golo would have been an actual sitar. Like that would have been a nice play on it. But, you know, if you don't have a solid sitarist in the studio, then what are you gonna do? We're gonna keep moving to track 13. This is the third song that I have heard before, and I'm a big fan of. It's time to listen to Galaxy Hamster. The saga of Galaxy Hamster. Oh yeah! Oh, it goes so hard. This is one of my favorites from the album. Oh yeah. Very like Trooper. Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Like they're going so hard here.
In the basement of the sex bang house.
Okay, we set the scene.
You are the hero with the heart of a god. You're barely the size of a mouse.
Well, actually, wait. Some mice. I used to have hamsters when I was a child. Some mice are actually smaller than the average hamster. Some hamsters can be smaller than a mouse. It depends on the hamster and it depends on the mouse, I would say. So to say that you're barely the size of a mouse, I suppose if you're saying that you're slightly smaller than a mouse, then I guess barely works there. Okay, all right, fair enough. I'll allow it. Danny, or maybe that was written by Brian. I don't know.
Galaxy Hamster, Galaxy Hamster, your training is almost complete.
Yeah.
Galaxy Hamster, no unleash your power.
Let me hear it. Yeah.
The Battle of Gerbulon 5. The
What?
galaxy was ripped
Gerb?
in twain.
Okay.
Rodents of the Northern Alliance were called to defend those who had not been slain. The fates of the goldfish and snakes had aligned.
Goldfish and snakes? Okay.
To banish the hamster king from his command. But one hero could save the throne.
Now I would ask, if the goldfish and snakes have aligned, united by a common foe to banish the hamster king from his command, that then begs the question of what is the hamster king doing to create this uprising, this resistance, perhaps this rebellion, perhaps. I don't know if these are separate nations of goldfish and snakes have joined forces to take on the separate nation of hamster, but I feel like we haven't quite got a clear enough picture at the politics and the political tensions in between goldfish, snakes, and hamsters to really pick a side here. I'm questioning as to whether the hamster is truly the hero in the story. You know, makes you think. Maybe Galaxy Hamster, in his efforts to save the Earth from its problems, maybe his intentions are pure in that area. But you know, we're all human except for hamsters. We're all human, and hamsters are only hamster. And hero worship is a dangerous thing. You know, never meet your heroes, especially if they're hamsters, because they might be defending terrible hamster tyrants. Just something to consider.
Only the dead have seen the end of war.
Whoa.
Galaxy Hamster, Galaxy Hamster, savior of all those who scream.
You're just gonna sneak a line like that in? Oh. Oh.
Galaxy Hamster.
Dan, are you playing with your
Oh, it's Avi.
No, Dad, don't come in my room.
Oh no. Oh no. Hamsters don't last long. They don't. Yeah. Yeah, hamsters, like 3 years at best.
Sweet hamster, you have saved the galaxy.
Has he?
Fill your
Is Galaxy Hamster still alive?
sunflower seeds of victory. You did not stop till your mission was through. You just died of natural causes at the old age of 2.
Yeah, no, he's had a good run.
On the wings of a rainbow, you're free to go fly to a cage in the sky.
Dad, I need a new Galaxy Hamster.
Or just a hamster. Maybe a planetary hamster. You know? You don't have to go big. It could just be a regular global hamster. Stays on one planet. Those are easier to manage. I can't believe that they just snuck in the line, only the dead have seen the end of war, into this freaking song about a hamster that saves the galaxy. They just sort of snuck that line in. Okay. We have one track left and then the outro. So let's finish this off with a bang. With track 14, The Boner of Peace, which is part 3, thus the concluding part of the Boner trilogy. Let's see how we end off this the trilogy here. Okay.
I see you there alone, sitting oh so sadly, staring out of your window, wondering why the lives we lead are filled with so much pain.
I wondered the
Well,
same
please
thing.
let me see if I can help you in my own way.
How would you like to help? How would you like to help this?
Anytime you're down and out, may I extend a boner?
Okay.
Would you use
Yeah.
a friendly way
Yeah.
to help you get to sleep?
I don't.
Print out of your life is fading. May I provide the toner? A
Nice.
doinker worthy of a queen.
A righteous doinker. What a phrase. Wow.
The boner of peace.
So true. Oh.
I turn on the news.
Tell me about it, Danny.
Seems as if the whole world is dealing with the blues.
You could say that. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Hello, guitar.
Brink of total war.
Yeah.
It's a fight for all our souls, but then my tip nudges the president's hands off the nuclear controls.
That's so dumb. That's so stupid.
Gotta bridge a great divide.
You could.
May I
Yeah.
suggest my boner?
I guess you can suggest it.
Be the olive branch that plants a heat.
Right. I see what you're doing there. Yeah.
Erect a flag of kindness.
Wow.
Demilitarizing zoner when the
Oh, wow.
hate and fear is tight.
Yeah.
Order of peace.
Wow. All right. Another guitar solo. Oh, the harmonies. Oh. I wasn't kidding about the musicianship. Ooh. Get the bass riding up there.
One love, one hand, one heart,
Okay.
one boner,
Right.
one soul,
Mm-hmm.
one earth,
One Earth.
one life,
Right. What else?
one boner,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
song,
Oh, they're building.
voice, no reason, one boner,
Right.
one mind, one spirit, one life, one boner, one love,
Ooh. Oh, we're vibing now. Oh, are we fading now? Are we? We're fading now? All right. Cool. We're just gonna keep going through into the outro here. What was that last bit? I feel like I missed something there. Well, we'll never know. All right, time for outro in brackets. Nuts.
This concludes your experience with These Nuts.
It sure does.
Ninja Brian and I both hope you found These Nuts as satisfying as we did.
I did.
In creating These Nuts, we tried to make these nuts tasty and enjoyable.
They were that.
We worked long and hard to make these nuts fulfilling.
I'm sure they did.
And we like to think that we accomplished that goal.
I agree.
Also,
I think
we
you
hope
did.
you liked the album.
I did. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm so glad he whispered it. I'm so glad that he whispered it. That was a correct choice. Great. And that was These Nuts. The whole album. I really enjoyed that. I think some quick closing thoughts. I think musically, not my favorite of theirs. Not that I didn't like it, but I still think like their two best musically have been Cool Patrol and The Prophecy. I think those are their strongest musically. But I think this is some of their strongest like comedic material. The jokes in this one really, really solid. Really strong in here. So I think in either case, there should be Dan and Brian should be very proud of what they have made. Their partnership with Twerp has entirely taken their music to the next level, and so huge props to Tupperware Remix Party. Shout out to my fellow Canadians of that band. This was a delight. I'm really glad that I decided to do this. There are other albums and there are other EPs that have come out and are coming out that I'm definitely going to get to, that chances are more people will be more excited about, but they can wait. They can frickin' sit their ass down and wait for a few days for me to get to it. First, I gotta take care of these nuts. All right? So, with that all said, I hope that you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed recording this, and hopefully I enjoyed editing it. I don't know. I haven't edited this yet. Editing, Connor can let you know if he enjoyed editing this. If you liked this video, maybe you want to click the like button. Helps me out. If you have any other albums that you would like to hear me react to, whether comedic or not, if it's a comedic album or if it's literally any other album that exists in the world, let me know in the comments. I'll put it in the queue. If you haven't subscribed, now might be a good time to do that if you want to. I would really appreciate and would be great to have you around. If you want to support the channel in a monetary fashion, you can head over to my Fourth Wall website and either buy some merch, or you can also become a member. If you become a member, then your name will show up in this final bit as I do this outro, thanking you for your support. If any of you sign up before this video comes out, then that's some weird time travel-y weirdness. If you sign up now, then your name, depending on which tier you do, if you do the Tiny Will Baby tier, then that doesn't include the shout out. But if you do any of the other tiers on my Fourth Wall, then you'll get a shout out in the next album reaction. So look forward to that. You can also just buy merch if you want to do that. You can make one-time donations if that's more your speed. In any case, I would very, very much appreciate it. Depending on the one-time donation, that could also get you into these credits. But in any case, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.